It's August 4th, 2021. I'm aboard my 1936 wooden powerboat Tortuga, and we have just pulled out of the marina for a little afternoon cruise. So let's take a look around the boat, and then we'll take a look at where we're headed. Okay, here's the view out the bow. There's the schooner Ambergris over there. And the view as we look around the cabin out at the harbor as we leave the Great Harbor Marina behind. Okay. Now we're going to head out a little bit. Right now I'm just running it idle to get out of here. Tweak it up a little, 1200 RPMs. And head out of here. Actually, that's not a very happy there. Things are happier there at about 1350. As you can see, there's the instrument panel. Here is the chart plotter showing that we're up to 4.5 knots and speed is gradually increasing. Now this is my Raspberry Pi based mini chart plotter. And here's a little bunker in Ellis. And here we go. Princess 36 Sequester, which has been neglected. I haven't had it out sailing for nearly 24 hours. Okay, we got a Friendship sloop coming in out at the entrance to the harbor. So we'll go out and just see what's going on out here in the Great Harbor today. Just clearing the mooring field here in Southwest Harbor, headed toward the Cranberries, although I'm not sure we'll go there. And there's a little 119-foot ketch coming in. That boat has been at the marina for a while, and this is the second or third day that they've gone out for an afternoon sail. Somebody who went by leaving an unpleasant wake that I'll turn into right here. Because Tortuga with her round bottom will roll in a wake like that. Straight ahead we have the 1930 steel Motoryacht Marie. That's a 130 footer. Doesn't look that big. Back in the day, 1930, they didn't build such huge, outlandish cabin houses. And here's a shot bow on of the sailboat. Pretty good sized boat. A quick view of Sutton Island and the view back out the aft end of Tortuga's upper cabin. Okay, I'm going to motor out until there's something else to see. Well, we're up at 1550 RPMs and making 5.8 knots right now. Nice, relatively flat water, and we're going to head over to Bear Island Lighthouse, which is the white building on the little island over there. Now this is the Friendship sloop Linda, which sails out of Northeast Harbor, and looks like they've got a full load of passengers today. And it's a little chilly out here on the water. And everybody on board there looks bundled up. Okay, we're approaching the rocks of Bear Island. It's pretty close to low tide right now, and these rocks that you see are normally Island Light up on top of the island. This lighthouse no longer operates, but it's still very scenic. We head towards the Bear Island Buoy, which is right ahead. View of the lighthouse. Here is the Bear Island Bell as we pass right by it, about 15 feet away. Looks like the Coast Guard had just painted it. Heading back west. That's Greening Island ahead. Decided not to go out too much farther. I don't know if you can see it out there, but the low white cloud is actually fog, and it's coming this way. It's supposed to fog up in here tonight. That's Sutton Island near, and Great Cranberry Island a little further away. Well, heading back west might not have been such a bad idea. I don't know if you recall from a minute or two ago, but that fog bank is closer than it was. I think we've got, not long at all before it's going to be here. Maybe 45 minutes, hour at the most. And we're taking some small beam seas right now, which is why Tortuga is moving and rolling the way she is, instead of wake going the other way. But as soon as we get behind Greening Island here, it's going to flatten right out. The wake headed out, and the fog bank in the not so distance. It's going to roll right over Great Cranberry Island in a few minutes, as we're looking pretty much straight south here. And we're heading west on the north side of Greening Island. And we will pass Gilpatrick Cove, where all the boats are moored over there. Classic wooden powerboat. Maybe I was a little optimistic. The fog is rolling over Great Cranberry Island right now. And here we are tucked in behind Greening. Actually, with this wind direction, it's not unusual for an arm of fog to come in here on the north side of Greening, but not into Southwest Harbor. So we maybe want to keep heading west. Well, we're just about past Greening Island. Over here to starboard is the entrance to some sand. There's a little bit of lobster here, so I gotta stay at the helm. There's one right there. That's the only real hazard out here on a powerboat, is you do not want to run over a lobster trap float and get the line wrapped around your propeller. That will ruin your day quickly. And a few boats moored here on the east end of Greening Island, and that is Southwest Harbor proper, over there where the sailboats have their sails up. And that is where we're going after just a short cruise over to take a close look at the Bear Island Lighthouse. Well, I couldn't resist this nice view of Somme Sound where we went last week. As we head over here, and I will turn south in just a moment. The main thing we have to do is go around these moored boats and avoid the lobster gear. There isn't much lobster gear this year. Surprisingly, there's been much less than a normal year in the Great Harbor here, which for a boater is pleasant. I don't know how the lobstermen feel about it. Although I heard a lobsterman talking today, and he said that the boat price for hard-shell lobsters was $8.75 a pound. So you're not going to get any cheap lobster rolls this year. I was thinking about doing a video on lobster rolls and, you know, trying them from a number of different lobster restaurants. So I priced them, and the cheapest one I found was $25. So needless to say, I decided not to do a video series on lobster roll restaurants here. Well, here we come around Clark Point over here, back into Southwest Harbor. And if we look out into the Great Harbor, the island you can't see behind that gaff-rigged sloop is Great Cranberry Island. The fog bank is in. In a minute we'll be able to see if it's obscured Sutton Island too. But it really came in much more quickly than I was expecting. I can just see a few trees on the top of Great Cranberry, but that's it. So I expect that by not too late this evening, we are going to be socked in here in Southwest Harbor. It was completely fogged in here this morning, but it lifted out by about 9 o'clock. Okay, right off the point of Greening Island here is Sutton Island, which also seems to be a little invisible. Well, I can see some trees on top of it over there, but that's it. Down at water level, it would be pretty low visibility. Well, we ran over into Southwest Harbor proper because the lobster boat overtook us and passed just by on the starboard side, going pretty fast and leaving about a 3-foot wake. So I ran away from the wake, and this is the remains of it after it's gone across the harbor, and also after he slowed down. So that's what we're rolling on here, a couple hundred yards from where he overtook us. It would have really rolled us badly if I hadn't run away. Basically, he was too close for me to turn into the wake, and it was an awfully big wake to turn into. As we head back in past the various moored boats here in Southwest Harbor and back to the Great Harbor Marina. Now, here we go, ending our cruise as we pass the breakwater and head back into the Great Harbor Marina, although it's kind of obscured by that big power boat. As soon as we get past that, we'll be able to see a bit more. We're going to loop in and slide into our slip. here and I can get out and tie up the boat bow and stern at my leisure. And here's the marina as we cruise in. A bunch of big boats. We're going to go right around the end, the last boat, and our slip is the third one in. And I'm just running at idle speed in here. No point in going fast. I may give it a little more engine RPM when I go to make my turn, just so the boat will turn a little faster. And there are a bunch of other small boats that have shown up here in the last few days on moorings that make it a little harder to get in here and make my turn, because I have to make a 180-degree turn. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop filming now. Hope you enjoyed this little cruise on MV Tortuga here on August 4th, 2021.